Good day everyone, I'm Pat Diaz and welcome to Understanding English Pronunciation. This is lesson 3 of the most important pronunciation differences present between American and British English. Today we are going to continue looking at some examples of these pronunciation differences. Let's begin. Number 3. These varieties also differ in the use of some diphthongs. While in America you say here, here, in British you say here, here. So here, here, American, but here, here, British. Second, there, there, in America, but there, there, in British. So there, American, and there, British. The last example is pronounced as potato, potato in America, but potato, potato in British. So we have potato, potato, American, and potato, potato, British. More examples are: number 1, near, near, American, but near, near, British. Number 2, where, American, but where, British. And the last one is tomato, tomato, with 2 diphthongs in American pronunciation, but only one in British. Tomato, tomato. So we have tomato, 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 tomato. Very good. Now, Australian English is characterized by its particular use of diphthongs. In here we have the word today, today, which is pronounced the same in both American and British English. But in Australian English, you say today, 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 putting an extra sound at the beginning of the diphthong. So in here we have today, today, American, British, but today, today in Australian. Something similar happens with this example. This word is normally pronounced as time, time, in both American and British English. But in Australian English, you're going to add an extra O sound at the beginning of the diphthongs. So you're going to say time, time. So we have time, time, American and British, but time, time in Australian. The last example is pronounced as go, go in American, but as go, go in British. Now in Australia we are going to insert an O sound in the middle of the diphthong there. So we are going to say go, go. So at the end we have go, go, American, go, go, British, and go, go in Australian. Extra examples are: number 1, trade, trade, America, trade, trade, British, and trade, trade in Australian. Number 2, I, American, I, British, I, Australian. And the last one, no, American, no, British, but no, Australian. No, no, no. Okay, number 4 is the different pronunciation of consonant sounds. These features are said to create the different variety of English. In this first example, we have what is called rhotic and non-rhotic pronunciations. America is rhotic. That means that they produce the R sound in all positions in a word. like in the word car, car. Now, British is not rhotic. Therefore, this sound is normally absent or minimized in this variety. Car, car. So, car, American, but car, British. The second is the S sound. Normally in America, this sound is soft and flat, like sound, sound. However, in British, this sound is more plosive or bumpy. So we say sound, sound. So s, t, s, t. So sound, sound, American, sound, sound, British. The last one is the T sound. Now, in American, the T sound in this word takes an R sound. So in American, we're going to say better, better. This sound is called flap T. So in here we have better, better, American, and better, better, British. Extra examples are park, park, American, park, park, British. Number two, sell, sell, American, and so, British. And the last one, tomato, tomato, American, tomato, tomato, British. Now this flap T sound, the r, which is present across most English varieties, normally occurs when the T sound is between or surrounded by vowel sounds, always in an unstressed syllable. Now, many Australians are going to pronounce this word by taking the British pronunciation but with the American flap r sound. So, tomato, tomato. So, this word has three different pronunciations. Tomato, tomato, American, tomato, tomato, British, and tomato, tomato, Australian. Something similar happens with this word. So in here we have water, water, American, water, water, British, and water, water, Australian. But there is more, the glottal T sound. In some subvariety of English, such as the British Cockney accent, this flap T is pronounced as a glottal contraction. So they're going to say water, water. So this word may have four different pronunciations. Number one, water, water, American. Number two, water, water, British. Number three, water, water, Australian. And number four, water, water, Cockney accent. Again, very easy. Now, there are some differences found at the syllable level. For instance, we saw this before in the word century, century, and century, century. Now, in American, just say this word as probably, probably. But in British, you can hear people saying probably, probably, but also as probably, probably, which is the most common pronunciation. The second example is the word surely, surely. Three syllables in America, but normally two in British. Shortly, shortly. So, surely, surely, American, but surely, surely, British. Finally, the last difference between these two main varieties of English is word stress. There are few words that are stressed on a different syllable. This word is stressed on the first syllable, magazine, magazine. in American, but on the last one in British. Magazine, magazine. So in here we have magazine, 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 magazine. The second example is stressed on the last syllable in America. Nectarine, nectarine, but on the first one in British. Nectar, nectar. So nectarine, nectarine, American, nectarine, nectarine, British. Okay, we finished. Those are some of the most noticeable differences between these two standard varieties of English, American and British English. However, you have to understand that whatever differences these English varieties might have, they belong or are part of the same language, English. Well, this is the end of part 1 in this program. So, introduction to English pronunciation, checked. Next, in part 2, we'll be talking about English pronunciation at the segmental or word level, starting with individual sounds. Okay, that's all for today. See you next time. Bye for now.